When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
All right, Ashley says, help.
Help.
Might need to be a plaintiff in your Ben and Kelly court.
Oh. All
Yep.
right.
Not sure what to do. My boyfriend checks lots of boxes. He's super hot, super funny, very charismatic, has a good work ethic.
Okay.
He loves my dog. That's a big one.
Yeah.
But I recently found out he's got a sugar mama. He's a waiter, became friends with an older lady who buys him stuff all the time. He says there's nothing physical going on, that she's just a lonely widow, no kids, just like showering him with gifts because she likes his gratitude. Mm-hmm. And he usually pays for her meal at his restaurant.
Oh.
But I was totally weirded out when I found out. Like, I actually saw her and noticed she seemed a little flirty when I was at the bar of his restaurant waiting for him to get off work. And that's when he told me about her. So what do you guys think? Is this healthy to let this situation continue? And how should he cut her off without devastating her if it's not? It sounds like he's kind of the only human interaction she gets without any family nearby.
So wait. So she pays for his meal at his own restaurant?
No. He pays for her meal.
Oh, he pays for her.
Yeah, like in exchange for, her buying him a bunch of stuff.
Is that legal?
Oh,
I mean, with his job, who knows?
Well, I'm sure he pays for it out of his own pocket.
Oh,
he doesn't just comp it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just... Yeah,
it sounds like he's
tough.
befriended an older person, right?
Yes, she's older. She's lonely, widow, no kids. And sounds like he's kind of like the only person that's showing her any sort of attention, friendship.
Like, what kind of gifts are these? Are they? Yeah, I would like to know, because honestly, I think, what's the harm?
Like, is it a really super expensive, pricey Rolex,
Well,
or is it socks?
Is he and is he? I mean, in your own female sort of intuition, is she an attractive older lady who you would need to be threatened by?
She didn't mention that either. She was just like, she noticed that she seemed a little flirty.
Okay.
But he says there's nothing physical going on. It's just friendship.
And then how much older is she? Is she like 20 years older than him?
I don't know.
Is she 15 years older than him?
I think she mentioned she's an older lady.
50 years older than him?
Well, again, don't know.
Yeah.
Does it matter?
See, I don't know. I mean, maybe
there's attention from another woman and you're trying to start to date this guy.
Yes, but attention from another woman who is harmless.
Yes. So that's the thing. Like, is it fine to, like, maybe he introduces Ashley to the lady. Like, hey, I wanted you to meet, my girlfriend. And then maybe that's the way to gauge the situation. Like, if the gifts stop, then maybe, okay, she nipped it in the bud. Like, there was some ulterior motive. Or, the older lady gets another friend. I mean,
that's a good suggestion. As I said before, I've never been in this situation, but I would have been open to it. Having a sugar mama shower me with gifts.
So that's your, unfortunately, I've never been in this situation.
Yes,
like,
of course.
I mean, it would have been nice
right?
to be a good friend by accepting gifts.
I don't know. And has she talked to him about it? Like hey, how do you feel about this? And just kind of tell him that I don't know, from the outside it just seems kind of weird. So almost like put it on him to say, hey, get me on board with this. Like
yeah.
Tell me, prove to me, show me how this is just an innocuous sort of older lady, younger guy friendship, and it's just companionship and there's no harm in it.
Or like she sees him like a son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's maybe clarify how she views their friendship. And then
and that's not an
that's how you
Oedipus
open up
complex or anything like that.
Well, that's how, or just she's just interested in the attention of a younger, attractive man.
Right, for sure.
So
All right.
yeah, I think if we get to the root of what sparked the friendship to begin with, and what the motives of this lady is, then maybe that might help her figure out if it's fine if she should enter the picture as another friend, and maybe they kind of adopt her as like a mother or grandma figure.
Okay, so I want to know, are you a guy who's had a sugar mama? And what was the status of that relationship? Did it lead to romance?
Yeah,
was
how
it
long
just
did it last?
Yeah, how long did it last? What were the gifts? And then were you dating another person at the time?
Yeah, and how they handle it.
Yep, I'd love to hear that. 502-795-1997. Talking sugar mama, sugar daddies, all that. 99.7 DJX. Specifically here, it's a sugar dad or sugar mama in question, because Ashley just found out that her new man has one who he met at his serving job. He says nothing physical. She does buy him things, and she's concerned and worried. Could be a deal breaker, could be something more. Kelsey tweets, nothing ever comes without a price. Sounds like the old lady from 50 Shades.
Oh goodness.
Well,
she is, he says it's just the friendship. Like, she doesn't have anybody else in her life. So she's trying to, I guess, just keep a friendship going. That's what she insists.
Right. Amber texts and says, would he be okay with her having a sugar daddy?
That's a really good question.
Ashley says, I really have nothing to add other than how do I apply to be a sugar baby? Because I gladly accept gifts. Sure. Get that. Then we get a text from a listener who says, and wanted to be anonymous, I had sugar daddies, and the minute they wanted something physical, I had to cut it off. But I had boyfriends who didn't care about it. They knew I had a boyfriend, I guess meaning the sugar daddies, and the boyfriend knew I had a sugar daddy. So just make sure there's nothing physical. Yeah, because if it doesn't go past his restaurant, then chances are it's not physical.
Okay. Now, Lauren says, why didn't he introduce you?
Maybe he just hasn't yet. I don't know.
Okay. Well, she may be a perfectly wonderful person and would enjoy having two quote kids to share with. I would ask to meet her the next time you see her. Introduce yourself if needed. Something simple like, hi, I'm so-and-so's girlfriend. I have heard so much about you. I'm excited to meet you. And then see how she reacts, and that might give you your answer.
I was going to say, you know where he works. You know where she goes. So you could just kind of turn up and introduce yourself and say, hey, I think you know my boyfriend or whatever.
Well, and I think maybe you talk to your boyfriend that you want to do that and just say, hey, right. Ever since you kind of told me about that, I've just been a little kind of confused about like what her motivations are, and just want to make sure it's just friendship, and what do you think about me meeting her? And then see his reaction to her wanting to do that. That might also be a little bit of an indication.
Yeah, well. And several people are pointing out, look, if he's openly telling you about it, there's nothing probably shady happening on his part. Yes,
but I agree. Like, let's introduce Ashley to this woman.
All right.
That's what I think.
I ran across a story, met a 30-year-old widow on Xbox when I was 19.
A 30-year-old widow's on Xbox?
She said she played Xbox to pass the day because she was financially set for life when her husband passed and wanted to make some Xbox friends. We started playing more and more, and I couldn't keep up because my controller and headset broke. So she asked for my address, and after a week, I got a brand new controller and headset. Couldn't thank her enough, asked her what I could do in return, to which she replied, just keep playing with her. Over the next couple of years, she occasionally would buy me new games when they would come out, and even a few collector's editions if I wanted them. Eventually, we drifted apart because I couldn't find time to play with my school and work schedule. I still miss her and occasionally try to find her online again, but can't remember her game tag or Facebook.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Okay,
that's literally like a love story.
Well, okay, but also it's just like they never met in person.
But she was buying him stuff.
Sure, but I think there is, I think that's a little safer in the fact that there's no in-person interaction. So,
That's
I think that's not as threatening.
All right. Well, hey, you've got several suggestions. You've got several ways to approach that, Ashley. And I think the one thing that we are all landing on is got to meet her.
Exactly. And I think you talk to your boyfriend first and say, hey, I was thinking about like this friendship you told me about. And what do you think of me, meeting her? If she's really lonely, I think she might want to have a couple of people that she can interact with, and then see his reaction first. Might give you an indication if he's showing some hesitation. That might be a little bit of a red flag. And then, how the lady reacts if and when you do meet her.
All right. There you go. That is group therapy.